Hi there, Aries. Healing Grasshopper here to do your first half in October reading, the 1st to the 17th. I decided to combine the 2 weeks because I'm very late for the first week. Um, so it doesn't make sense to just put out the first week because we're, almost halfway through it. So I just decided to incorporate it with the second week. I've been a little busy with some things and I had to take a little break, but I'm back. I didn't go anywhere. I promise never to leave you again. I'm not going to. Um, so let's see what we got. Okay. Hmm. Aquarius had the Two of Cups too. Um, the Two of Cups doesn't come out very often for me, not in the relationship sense anyway. Okay. Two of Cups from the Six of Pentacles is being generous in dealing with someone. I don't know what I feel about this yet. I don't know if this is romantic or not. Hmm. Okay. Sorry, I went quiet on you there. Just trying to draw in the energy. Just one more. Okay, guys. I paused it for a bit because I really was perplexed by this, so I had to do a little pausing and meditating on this one. Happens sometimes. So what I'm getting is, for some of you, this is platonic, but for a good deal of you, this is romantic. It's like there's a romantic situation that you're in that is there's something that's going to happen. Something or something that's already happened that is disruptive. But the Six of Pentacles is like, be patient because it's not what you think, right? So don't be so quick to judge. Queen of Pentacles in the center talks about your sense of worth and your stability, and to hold on to that, because this tower situation might make you feel a little insecure. And we all know that insecurity can be very destructive, the devil. Is the Wheel of Fortune ours? Cards under it? No. Reversed? No. The Tower. But then we've got the Wheel of Fortune after the Tower. This is a very interesting reading, Aries. So the Wheel of Fortune that comes out upright in a reading usually means like good karma, good fortune for the greater good. So it seems as though this disruptive thing that happens is going to turn out fine. It's going to have a good outcome. But that's not the way it feels now. You've got all sorts of things running through your head about this other person, but it's not true. King of Wands under the Queen of Pentacles. King of Wands is about ambition and being and going after it expertly and being confident in that kind of thing. Under Queen of Pentacles is, in this reading anyway, a sense of self and stability. So this is very much about you grounding yourself in this situation and not losing yourself in it and being too involved in what the other person is doing and has done and will do. And, this is like you've got your head too much in this where you should be grounded within yourself. Um, and using using your observation in this. It's like standing by and being observant and not judging right away. And see how things play out instead of, having a feeling reacting to it, seeing something reacting to it. That's not going to serve you well. And you're just going to be, swinging in the dark there. It's not going to work well for you. It's going to create problems for you. Yeah. Nine of Wands is like sick and tired, fed up with the situation. That's okay. You just need to continue to be patient and observe. But I also get the feeling here too. It's like, and this is an unusual interpretation that I'm getting from this card that I don't usually get. It's like you're focusing too much on this when there's so much else to do, too. It's like you're in a romantic situation that's kind of right now maybe a little rocky and ambiguous right now, but you shouldn't have all of your focus on that relationship, that there's plenty of other things to do and other things to focus on. You don't need to make any decisions on this right now. Just leave it alone for now. That makes sense. The Hanged Man. Perspective. Your perspective is everything. And that's what we're talking about here, right? Don't be so quick to judge, but allow yourself to even have a perspective, right? Reacting to things right away is, of course, not the thing to do. You've got to gather your information and kind of give yourself time to think about it and observe and all that business, right? So let's do clarification. These are fumbles. What do we got for clarification? There's one. Let's get at least one more. I got a whole pile. The lovers is ours. Others ours. These either. The lovers. Okay. The fool. Okay. So the fool is not a suggestion here. This is a caveat. Sometimes the fool is an urging to take the leap. I'm not getting that here. Especially when it's attached to the devil and next to the lovers. Um, okay. The lovers. For those of you who are subscribed to my channel and are familiar with my readings, almost never points to actual romance. Although this seems to be about a romantic relationship. But the lovers, what it's talking about is a karmic situation. The lovers is always about a karmic situation. Okay. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's neutral. Um, Sometimes it's negative. But I'm getting more of the neutral. Like there is something, especially when it's attached to the tower here, it's like there is something that spirit is trying to get you to see and learn about yourself through this situation. So observation is key here. That's why you have hanged man as the conclusion here, because the observation is everything here. Again, if you're jumping to conclusions and being reactive all the time, you're gonna miss the forest for the trees. So there's got to be a certain level of restraint. And, you may hear about something that's incriminating or whatever, but you've got to wait and make sure you've got the full picture first. And, there's no need to rush to judgment here. And just because I have the lover's card in this reading and I'm telling you what it means doesn't mean that I can tell you the full narrative on, what the lesson is that that spirit wants you to learn here, because that's between you and spirit, right? Even if we were doing a one-on-one um, reading and I asked spirit specifically what spirit wants you to know, spirit, the universe isn't going to tell you that in a reading. This is something, this is like, you in school taking a test. I can't help you with that test. That's like cheating. This is something that you need to uh learn on your own. I can't help you with this. The only thing that I can tell you is that there are things that you need to learn here and that you will learn them if you are patient with yourself and others and you're not quick to judge. It's as simple as that. King of Swords. King of Swords reversed? No, I didn't think so. Ten of Wands is ours, reversed. The card under it too, reversed. No. Okay. So the King of Swords. Not surprised to see him here. King of Swords is about being very smart and clever and uh, discerning, right? And having the clarity to see things in front of you and discern whether they're true or not, read between the lines, that kind of thing. Where the King of Swords is very, very much aware that things are not what they seem, and he's perfectly comfortable with that. He and patient enough to sit there, and that's why he looks so serene here, is that he will sit there for eternity and really observe things until he's sure about things. And when he's sure, he is going to swing that sword. But, right? But he's not going to swing that sword until he is certain. So that's the energy that you need to take is that you need to keep your pants on, you know? You can't be so quick to have all the answers right away. You've got to wait for them to reveal themselves. And that's very much why you got the King of Swords instead of the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, she's got her hand out. She's very much active in the same process that the King of Swords is in, right? But she's like, "Come on, bring it. I want to see it. Let me see it." But King of Swords is doing no such thing. He's sitting there patiently waiting for things to come to him. This is what you need to do. Just patience is key. Patience, observation, discernment, you know, intellect. Um, Ten of Wands, and it's attached to the Nine of Wands. This is they're related energies. It's like being fed up and overwhelmed and overburdened with things. But this feeling is a choice. You don't have to feel this burdened. This is like pressure that you're putting on yourself. You don't need to put this pressure on yourself. King of Swords, does he look pressured? No. He's sitting there, he's perfectly comfortable where in on his throne, perfectly relaxed. He's chilling. He's not like, oh, overburdened with a bunch of wands, right? So then we've got the Queen of Wands here on top of the Ten of Wands. It's like Queen of Wands also is never feels overburdened. She takes care of one thing at a time, focuses on that, takes care of the next thing. She's not trying to be overwhelmed by things. And she's very confident in herself and her abilities. And she's optimistic as well. She approaches everything, even difficult things, with a certain amount of always optimism. Optimism doesn't quite fit in every situation, but that's what the sunflowers are about. Her optimism and her good attitude that she brings towards things, right? Her good attitude. That's a good point, right? So it's about bringing that optimistic attitude towards even the most difficult things. That, your go to emotion is not anger or suspicion or, lower vibrational jealousy, lower vibrational emotions. You're going to lead with a more higher vibrational note or higher vibrational foot. Reverse. It seems as though things will turn out well for you and this other person after a bit of effort. Um, Now, is this a happily ever after message for this person that you're with, like this relationship? Not necessarily. For some of you, yes, and I'm sorry, this sounds very ambiguous, but this is a general reading, and this is also a karmic lesson, let's not forget. So karmic lessons, mm, they can be complex. So what the Four of Wands is really saying that if you bring the right attitude, if you use your discernment and your observation and your exercise your optimism and all of those things that I was talking about, and try and stay high vibrational instead of low vibrational, the outcome will be favorable for you. Now, the Four of Wands is often called the marriage card and the happily ever after card. And for some of you, it can mean that. For others of you, it can just mean a good outcome for you. You can still have the Four of Pentacles and separate from this person. It just means a good outcome for both of you, right? You can have a separation and have it be a good outcome. So we'll just have to see how this turns out for you. At any rate, if you allow it to and keep your vibration high, things will end well for you. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's really important because this hangman here is screaming out at me as it's, corresponding with everything else here. Because the devil and the tower can are kind of warnings where the tower can, depending on how you deal with the tower and depending on how you engage with the devil, you know, if you succumb to the devil, then of course you're going to have a bad outcome. But if you overcome the devil, right, and you try not to fight with this tower and go with the flow of the tower instead of fighting it, kicking and screaming. You understand what I'm saying? So the outcome is conditional and dependent on you and the way you choose to deal with this, which again swings us back around to the karmic lesson. So just be aware, and in every moment, ask yourself, do I have all the facts? What am I feeling right now? Am I indulging low vibrational emotions? Or am I doing my best to keep my vibration high? And you will find your way through. Okay, Aries? If you have any questions, you can absolutely ask them in the comment section. Tell me how this resonates. If you have any suggestions, anything at all you want to talk about, I will be there to answer every single one of you. I never miss a comment. Okay? Um, like and subscribe, please. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and beyond. So I thank you in advance. Even if you think you're subscribed, go have a look anyway, because some of you might find that you're not subscribed. So go ahead and click. Um, if you're really inclined to helping this channel, go have a look at the playlist section. Choose a playlist. There is an Aries playlist for you and many others. Find out, choose a playlist, put it on autoplay, and have it on as background noise. Even while you're doing your daily chores or winding down while you're in bed. Because watch hours are everything for the growth of a channel. Okay. This might is I'm assuming that this is your sun sign that you're watching. What you might not know is that moon rising and north node signs are just as important for you to watch and for you to follow. If you don't know what those are, you can find out very easily and for free online. Just Google, calculate my blank sign. You'll find plenty of sites that'll do it for you for free. Come back to the Healing Grasshopper channel and listen to the corresponding videos. Shout out to all my viewers, my English speakers, US, UK, Canada, Australia. I see you in my analytics every month, and I really appreciate your support. Thank you. My non-English speakers, my Spanish speakers, Portuguese speakers, Filipinos, and Indians, I see you too, and I very much appreciate you. My Indian viewer that asked for me to dub my videos in Hindi, I have absolutely added that to my goals, but right now it's not possible because dubbing is very, very expensive. So, what I ask of you is to stick with the channel, put up with the subtitles for now, and um, help the channel grow. And as the channel grows and I'm able to afford it, I will dub my videos. We will get there together. Okay? I will speak to you soon, Aries. Love, light, and many blessings.